You're live on Life's Lessons Unplugged.
Bridging generations through conversations.
Yep, that's what we're doing, man. So I'm Mr. Derek Simmons, if y'all don't know. I'm Shekinah's daddy.
Yeah.
uh, we're gonna jump right into it. Let's make sure we got all the technical stuff out the way here. Make sure we're live on all platforms. Let me make sure we are live right here. Make sure we are going so I can share it in the copy the link so I can share it into the event. Hey, you already shared it on what's the name, Johnny?
Shut it on.
Instagram
Yep. Yeah.
events. Here we go, right here.
On Instagram and it's public on your page.
Oh, it's already showing. Oh, it's already showing live.
What? It ain't supposed to be?
No, I'm saying it's showing live on the group too, but we didn't put it in there. I guess it automatically read it. So for those that are in the group, the new link is live in the group, so you can just click on that as well. And it will allow you to have a question, a comment. All right, we're ready to go. So if you got a question, you got a comment, you want to make sure that you share it, like it, tell your friends about it. This is Life Lessons Unplugged. We are bridging generations through conversation. So it's kind of a daddy-daughter talk where my daughter came up with this ideal. And so for those that are new to it, we have open, unplugged conversation. And we're going to be talking about a lot of different things today, not a whole bunch, but going to be talking about first thing is your love languages
Yeah.
and how to cater to someone and how to be catered to and your standards,
Yeah.
on that. So when we first started talking about that subject or brought that subject up, what came to mind?
The origin of love languages, where it came from and why. So I looked up Gary Chapman. He was a pastor and
Mm-hmm.
he got a doctorate in adult education.
Mm-hmm.
And he came up with that after years of counseling couples and helping them through their relationships. And
Yeah.
he developed those 5 love languages. But it has been disputed by other psychologists and scientists. But that was the first thing that came to my brain is to figure out where it came from and why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because and a lot of people have a lot of different theories on why they believe it and why they don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people believe that it's hard to contain it into 5
Yeah.
characteristics because a lot of people bleed over. But most of the time, you would only take your first 2, and
Mm-hmm.
that's your main, and then your that's your dominant one
Right.
that you call it. But then you also have a secondary as well.
Right.
Do you know what yours? Did you look at them? Do you know what
Yeah.
yours is?
Yes.
What's yours?
Acts of service and words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation, okay, and acts of service,
Uh-huh.
okay. Mine is, but you can't guess mine.
I bet I can.
Nah, you ain't gonna guess. You ain't gonna guess it. What?
Activate. I know for sure number one is quality time, and then acts of service.
You must have heard me say that before. So,
I know you.
nah, you must have heard me say that, man. You must have.
But can you have more than one? Because I feel like mine is all of them.
It is, but which one is more important? Like, oh,
To receive or to give.
both.
Then that's
But mainly, you're talking about how when you're doing like the layout of it, you're talking about how you receive,
oh, okay.
not how you give, because you give according to that person, and that's what we're gonna get
Okay.
into
Right.
because that's what makes
Based
the
off the
difference.
character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, we good, Johnny?
Yeah.
Before we jump into this conversation here?
Y'all good. Y'all
We
good.
good. Okay. So what's you know yours, Johnny? Johnny probably don't even know his.
No, I don't know mine. I know my wife's.
That's
I guess
good.
that's
That's
the
smart.
main. I guess that's the main important thing.
That's the
Huh?
most important.
That's the most important thing. So we're dealing with the love languages. Do you remember all 5 of them?
Yes.
Okay. Well, tell the people about the. And for those that don't know your love language, it's good to know it because if somebody is doing something for you and they say, "Well, I don't feel loved.
Mm.
I don't feel appreciated. I don't feel this," and women are more likely to say that mainly than men, I think.
You
Uh,
think?
I think
Okay.
not to say they don't feel love, to say they don't feel
Oh, the
something.
feel.
The
Mhm.
feel
That
part,
feeling
yeah,
part.
the
Yeah.
feeling part of it.
That is a feminine trait.
So what are all 5 of them?
You have physical touch, quality time, words of affirmation, um, acts of service, and gift giving.
Gift giving.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is all 5. So it's good to know, like I said before, it's good to know which one you are
Yeah.
because you can see. So growing up, did you feel like I displayed any of those?
To me or to your spouse?
To everybody.
Everybody, yes, for sure. Because you don't even, yeah, for sure. For sure. I don't even think you spend much as far as personal time with many that you don't love. So that is your quality time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it out of.
Um, how do you feel like in relationship that plays a big part, or do you feel like it play a big part, and do it play a big part now?
I was thinking about this. I think it's important, but there's a part of me that feels like true love just is not limited to your primary or secondary love language. I feel like when it's the purest or truest form of love, it's getting displayed and received in all forms.
Mm-hmm.
Equally, or at least, but I can understand how somebody or how they say you should have your primary ones. I understand that. But yeah, I think it's still very important to know what your partner needs from you and to be able to at least have that foundation for communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel that it's very important because if you don't give a person what they want,
Mm-hmm.
then they don't feel appreciated, they don't feel accepted.
Yeah.
So, say if it was if yours was quality time,
Uh-huh.
but I wanted to give you gifts, and I'd be like, man, I gave you gifts. I gave you this, I gave you
Uh-huh.
that, I gave you all of this, and
Right.
then I'm like, well, why you feel so empty? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You shouldn't feel empty. Why are you
Right.
feeling empty? And a lot of times, if we are not in that spot or in that place,
Mm-hmm.
then it'll make the other person feel like they ungrateful. You'll be thinking they ungrateful. You know what I'm saying, and all kind of stuff.
I got a question for you then. Do you think that it's possible for someone to love you but not be able to give you or exhibit your love language?
Do I think that it's possible for a person to love you and not give you the love? Uh, it's possible for them to love you. A lot of people love you but don't like you.
So then they don't even care to.
No, like I
Okay.
would rather for a person to like me versus to love me because I can love you from a distance. I ain't got to be around you and love
Right.
you. But if I
Right.
really like you, I want to be around you. So if somebody, they can love you and really try to give you what they think they should give you or what you feel like you
Right.
want, but they don't
They
like
don't
you
like you enough
and
to
they don't
even.
value you enough.
Yeah,
And see,
that's
that's
true.
the thing that a lot of men won't say to women. They be like, and you have to find a better way to put it. Men have to find a better way to put it.
Yeah.
Use different euphemisms to say, uh,
I don't find
I don't
value.
find value in what that is.
That's funny. I straight up asked a guy.
Mm-hmm.
I've asked more than one. Did I lose value to you, or did that action or did that behavior make me lose value just in your eyes? I know how valuable I am, but yeah, it's a tough question to ask and a tough answer to hear because an honest man will be like, yeah,
Yeah, because you do
yeah.
you do different things in a relationship, and
Mm-hmm.
you have expectation.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and the Bible say, "Hope deferred maketh the heart sick."
Mm.
So when you got hope and and it's deferred, it'll make
Uh-huh.
your heart sick.
Yeah, that
It
makes
say, "But
sense.
when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life."
Right.
So if you're not getting what you want, you sick. You just like, oh man,
Yeah.
And a lot of times you'll look for somewhere else. It's possible
Mm.
you want it
That's
for
what
some.
leads to that.
Yeah,
Right.
it can lead to cheating. It can lead to all kind of stuff because now you're looking for that and you're not being fulfilled.
Right.
And I think a lot of it come down to communication.
Uh-huh.
So in order to even know your love language, or even say if you didn't know your love language, so say if that
Right.
didn't exist,
Yeah.
and we didn't want to call it love language. I know
Yeah.
people gonna be like,
No,
nah,
that
don't call
yeah,
it
because
love
you can
language.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah, don't call it love
Right.
language. If I can communicate to you what I want,
Mm.
it don't matter what you call it. You can put the tag and
True.
call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
I like for you to be here at night after 8 o'clock
To watch TV
to
with
watch
me.
TV with
Mm-hmm.
me. Then that's quality
Quite
time.
all the
You ain't
time.
gotta
Whether
call
you
it
can
quality.
express
Yeah.
it as that yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
true.
you need to watch, people behavior. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And anytime we're watching the behavior, are you willing to make that sacrifice? Because a lot of times it's different from what you have.
Uh-huh. Okay. What you have to
Even
give.
like when I was married to your mama,
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to. I love buying her stuff. That's just me.
You did.
I love buying
I
her
seen
stuff.
that.
I love giving her stuff.
Yeah.
But I never forget we went to marriage counseling.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, shoot, I know I'm gonna ace this one.
Yeah. Because you have been buying her
I had been
everything she
buying her
wanted.
stuff,
Uh-huh.
I've been doing this, and she was like, "You done that for you."
Mm-hmm.
I like, no, I done that for you. I didn't do that for me. She was like,
I didn't ask for
I
that.
didn't ask for that. I didn't even want that. I just wanted your time.
Yeah.
Not like I bought you this, I bought you that, and all that. And I walk after, I'm mad. I'm fired up. I'm like, man, she's so ungrateful. Then I started thinking, I said, man, I could have saved a lot of money,
Uh,
a lot of everything.
so do you think you were doing those things out of true love for her? It like when you look back at your intentions.
My intentions was right, but I can't say it was love. It was still kind of based on
Ego?
self-centeredness.
Oh, okay, right.
Because I was self-centered. That's when you
Yeah.
think you know everything.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And you're like, I'm doing this because I know what you want. You don't even know what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
what you want.
Oh.
So, so a lot of men and women do that too. They'll give you what they want to give you versus what you.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think women do it, and I think sometimes you think you do know, or you think you may have it right until you find out you don't. But that's where that communication part comes in.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta talk. Somebody you gotta speak up.
Yeah, you gotta.
Can't be afraid to
Yeah.
ask the tough questions and get the tough answers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pride, men got to put down their pride.
Yeah.
Women got to put down, the things they thought they knew. So, even if you're going through them and you say acts of service,
Mm-hmm.
because my thing is acts of service. So that's one of my things, and how people communicate that to me is say I like water with limes when I go out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just my thing. I
Your
get
thing.
water with lime.
Yeah.
If I go out with you 2 or 3 times and say
Okay.
if I'm running late or something and I want some water with limes and you ain't get it, it's a red flag to me.
Okay, so you see the lack of is
Yeah, the lack of you don't
that's
like.
interesting.
Yeah, I see the lack of be like, nah, you're not attentive.
Mm.
You're not you're not paying.
Okay.
You're not even paying. You're not gonna pay attention to me. Now maybe they can. Now as I got older,
Yeah.
I gave a little more grace.
Okay, that's what I was hoping.
Yeah, I give a little more grace, but at the same time, little flags and red lights and yellow lights and blue lights and tan lights.
All of the lights.
All the lights. They
Yeah.
pop up and I'll be like, are you attentive?
Oh,
What do you
okay.
want to drink? They know I drink if I'm drinking alcohol, I either drink Johnny Walker Black or Crown, something
Right.
dark. Don't come. We drinking tequila tonight? I'm like, what in the world is going on?
Do you think there could just be another reason for that though? Or is just you really see it as a lack of being able to communicate your love language?
I do see it as multiple things possibly.
Okay.
One of them that you're not paying attention.
Okay. Of course.
Self-centered again.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how to really cater.
That's another conversation. That's tough. Yeah.
You're not catering. And so acts of service is I'm just doing this on the GP. You
Oh
know,
yeah, just cause yeah,
yeah, and that's what and
yeah,
people
you
like,
like
well,
it naturally.
naturally, and people like, well, I can't read your mind. You know what I'm saying? It's not really reading mind. It's behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to read my mind. You can see what I do. And if you're not really into that, then of course, like I say, I'm older now. So I
Yeah.
can say, is this person valuable enough for me to?
But you do recognize it as incompatibility instantly when you start seeing those.
I can't say incompatibility. It's definitely a different frequency
Oh, okay.
for us. Not to say that we can't come on the same
Okay,
frequency.
yeah.
You know what I'm
There's
saying?
hope.
That's hope that
Okay.
it possibly can, but then like I say, it still bring up lights, and I'm like,
Okay.
I don't know about this.
And then how do you see quality time? How do you expect that to be displayed?
I'm gonna ask you the same. Quality time for me is uh just. But let me clear up something though.
Oh, okay.
Let me clear up something.
Yeah.
I don't want people to be inboxing me, asking me different
Oh
things.
yeah, because I know I
Yeah,
did. Yeah.
yeah. I'm not a needy person though.
You feel like it could come off as neediness?
It can come off as what I've been told is you can come off as you want me to read your mind. Not necessarily needy, because I'm not a needy person.
Yeah.
I don't need you to do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't need you to cook. I know how to
Yeah.
cook. If I don't, I can get somebody to cook for me,
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't need that.
Right.
But it feels good to have it.
Yeah. It's appreciated.
It's appreciated. Just to do it without asking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something that's done without asking that like it was one young lady, I used to like white undershirts, just one all the time. And just to go get the white undershirts, man, I'll just smile and light up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just lighting up. I'm like, oh man, you got me some shirts,
Yeah.
And she used to get them from the dollar store.
Yeah, but it's a little thing.
$11. But it was
that add up too. Yeah. 3-pack shirt, 2-pack shirt.
but it was good. So and then quality time is just you make time for what you want. So we got to make time for each other.
Okay,
and I'm telling you that because if a dude don't make time for you, he really don't value your life.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's a fact.
Yeah, just, and it's hard to say it, but just be like, I don't value you like that.
Yeah.
So how do you see acts of service? Because you say yours is
acts of service as well.
Uh-huh.
Just to see if you see where I have a need and that you could fit yourself in. So if I'm driving to you and you see my tire light come on or something like that, or I say, oh, my tire light just came on, tell me where I can meet you at to put some air in my tire or something like that. Just acts of service like that way. Nothing that I have to ask for.
Yeah. Now, do you feel, see how I want to word it, do you feel because I feel like I'm well-rounded, like I know a lot of different stuff.
A lot. You make it hard. Yes, you do. That's where you're getting it. I already know. That's how. Yes, you make it difficult for me to date or find. I want to say difficult. You set the standards quite high for what I look for in the abilities of a man because. Yeah, he has to be. You're well-rounded. You know your way around a lot of life. So I'm able to call you at the drop of a dime for almost any topic. If I'm not able to if my man isn't able to replace that, then he automatically doesn't qualify to be my
man. Do you feel that? Do you feel that it's do you feel that it's a crutch? Because what I feel, this is the way I look at it. If a dude he needs to just try to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now everybody ain't the same. Cause me and my brother, we ain't the same. Certain stuff that he ain't gonna do, but he gonna pay to have it done.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. Have it done. But I can see how that could make it a little challenging.
It sets a standard.
Yeah.
It does. And if I go beneath it, I'm never satisfied. So.
Yeah. So you said it shows up as far as your acts of service for them to be able to do something.
Yeah, be able to be there when I need them.
Okay.
Whether I say it or not, I want them to recognize the need, and if they see that they can fit in and be provisional in that need, then I want them to.
Yeah. And a woman deserves it, and just like a man deserves it.
Yeah.
Now, some men get a kick out of that, and that's their fulfillment. Like to
Oh
be able
yeah.
to do something for a woman.
That's
You see what I'm saying?
true.
Like they want a woman to be needy.
Yes. They
because they feel more wanted. You know what I'm
more
saying?
important.
And more important.
Mhm.
Like I'm at an age now though that I don't know.
You kind of already know you're important. You don't need
I
no
don't
validation.
need. I don't need. I don't need you to. I don't need you to need me to put iron your tire.
Yeah.
I hope your tire's already been serviced.
But see, this the thing. I'll go and do it myself too.
Yeah. I know you know how to do it.
Yeah. So I'll go roll up and do it. If you're not there, but then you start. That's when the man starts making this. Well, to me, he deems stuff useless.
No, because a man can get creative.
Okay. If he does,
man can get creative. Like that's what I explain all the time, to dudes if I'm talking to. It's so much to do here in the DFW area that we just gotta tap into and say I'm willing to. Some of it costs money, and other of it don't cost a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, that's true.
But if only thing you think about is the club,
right.
You're not even thinking about a museum. So you're not thinking about the helicopter ride. You're not thinking about the gondola ride. All that stuff is. You know what I'm saying? Is right here. So if a man is now, I have to bring it back. Some men say, "Man, I wasn't exposed to that."
Yeah, that isn't.
Now I wasn't exposed to it either. Though.
True.
I wasn't exposed to none of that. My daddy and my mama was real simple. Mm-hmm. My daddy could take my mama fishing, and she was good. Now, only complaint that my mom had about my dad. Major complaint that I can remember was he didn't want to travel with her a lot because he was working.
Oh yeah.
So he was stuck in provision mode. Yeah. But you got to think you got 4 kids. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. You can't.
And from what she told me, she didn't even know how much he made and how much bills were.
Didn't even know what.
Didn't have a clue. So he can't go travel right now. So you can stay that clueless.
But I had to learn that though. Like I would never do that again. Like even that was one lesson that I learned from even when we was married. And I think like I used to let y'all go, give her money and stuff like that or whatever. Or if everything was cool at that time. Yeah. But so I wouldn't sacrifice.
That's why growing up I wouldn't have a clue that your love language was quality time. I wouldn't have had a clue. I would never know. Even though to me, we had it like we had our Thursdays, every Thursday going to KFC, then go to church. I think that's probably why your time that you could have been exhibiting the quality time love language, we was at church. But I would have never guessed because you was working.
I was working, but I would never do that again. Get so engulfed into working that I won't take the time out for my mate. I'll never do that again because it's something about the time that can be redeemed if you spending quality times with somebody. So the next time you get ready to do something, it's like it speeds up the time because you had that time with them and you had a time of peace.
Oh, okay.
So it's like when you're ready to go back to work, you know what I'm saying? You ready to go back to work. You rejuvenated. You ready to go. Yeah. So you answered the quality time. You answered the acts of service. What about the quality times? You said words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation. That one is tricky because I don't like how it makes me. It makes me feel vulnerable. Is the fact that it makes me seem like I could be insecure, that I don't already know that I'm these things, but it does feel nice to hear it regardless. So sometimes I do like praises, like, okay, good job, or hey, I just finished, XYZ. Okay, good job at doing that. I know that was hard for you. Yeah. Just small things like that. I think those are good. I look for those.
Yeah. And you don't have to feel like that's what word did you use?
I said it makes me feel vulnerable because it makes sound insecure.
Insecure, yeah. Yeah, you don't have to make it feel insecure, even though I know it may do that because it can have that. But as long as you embrace who you are and being unique of who you are, other people can embrace it.
Right, that's true.
Other people can embrace it. You don't have to never hide if you're unique. this is my uniqueness. This is who I am.
Yeah.
You know, for it, and it took me years to just embrace that. Because even though I'm outgoing,
Very outgoing.
I love spending time by myself. I
Oh,
love,
yeah,
you
that
know what I'm
too.
saying? I
Yeah.
love me. I can sit down,
Mhm.
video edit by myself,
Yeah, watch a movie.
watch a
everything.
movie, chill, go to a movie by
Yeah,
go out to
out
eat
to eat by yourself.
by myself. I love being
I
around
do
me
that
and
too.
my thoughts, you
Yeah.
know, and seeing everything. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a real quick break, and y'all keep in mind, if you got a question, you got a comment, definitely let us know. We're gonna address it. I did have a couple of things that people asked me to address inside of the event. So inside of the event, they did ask me to address. So if you got a question, you got a comment, you got something you want to say, then you want to make sure that you put it down. We're gonna have Johnny to look at it, and we'll get it, tell you about that as well. So hey, we'll be right back here on Life Lessons Unplugged.
Bridging generations through conversations.
Am I the only one that didn't know how transformative sound can be? Why are there not more people talking about how crucial audio quality is for any space? I remember the day I walked into a church, filled with hope and expectation, only to be met with echoes and muffled sounds. The pastor's voice struggled to reach the back rows, and the congregation was lost in a sea of confusion. That's when it hit me. Sound is the soul of any gathering place. Every club, school, and hotel deserves clarity and connection. Yet so many buildings suffer from poor audio-visual integration. With DS Sounds, we ensure high-quality equipment is installed seamlessly before the walls even go up. We save you time and money so you can focus on what truly matters, creating a space where voices are heard and spirits are lifted. Let's transform your venue into a masterpiece of sound together. Because when sound is right, everything else falls into place.
Let Them See You Sweat is a powerful diversity, equity, and inclusion narrative that chronicles my journey as a Black woman navigating and overcoming barriers in the workplace and in society. This book not only explores critical issues of workplace discrimination and personal resilience, but also offers actionable guidance for readers looking to foster inclusive environments. #DEI. I am diversity, equity, and inclusion, and I earned it. Equitably was not always given to me. B-Bird.
All right, you back on Life Lessons Unplugged, man. Of course, we letting y'all know that if you do have a commercial spot you want to be ran, definitely let us know. If you got some events going on, let us know. We definitely had some good events this weekend that was going on. That Anastasia, that her name? Is that her name? Yeah, Anastasia. She was on there. But of course, we got my boy Johnny Judah in the house, man, the best DJ on this side of the world. So he gonna let y'all know what he got going on as well. So if y'all want to come out, you in the city or something like that, then you want to come out. So go ahead, Johnny, let them know what you got going on.
All right. It ain't much change, man. Wednesday nights, West Jacks, R&B night at West Jacks, R&B Lounge. Me and Anthony, Uncle's School. We're gonna be doing it from 8 p.m. to midnight.
Okay.
No trap, no twerk. It's all R&B. We just chilling, man, smoking on our sticks, drinking on our drinks. So if you want to be in a grown, sexy atmosphere, Great for a date night. You know, come on out, check us out. We usually have a food truck across the street. Grab you something to eat if you need to do that. But yeah, that's what we do, 8 p.m. to midnight on Wednesday. Thursday night, I'll be at Blitz Lounge off of Matlock in Arlington, in South Arlington. We'll be doing some karaoke. And no telling what's going to go on in between karaoke, but mostly karaoke. I'll be there from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. Friday, I'll be at the Daiquiri Lounge. Daiquiri Lounge in Fort Worth off of McCart, west side of Fort Worth. Be there from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. We do a little karaoke if you want to do it, or if you just want to sit back and have you a daiquiri or have you a drink or whatever, you can do that. The kitchen is open. They got wings, got 100 different flavors of wings, so take your pick. We got wings, got pork chop baskets, got catfish baskets. Typical black folk stuff.
Sound good. Sound good.
Already. Saturday private event, man. If you don't know about it, then hey, I don't know what to tell you. Sunday, I'll be at Pendulum Cigar Lounge up on the west side off of Brian Irvin. Be there from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Just gonna wind that week down, man. Get ready to go back to work. Give y'all some old school jams. Might throw in, a line dance or two, something like that. But you're pretty much just winding that weekend down, getting you ready to get back on that work job. And that's what that is.
That's what that is, man. The Judah Corner. That's what we gonna call it. The Judah Corner, man. He's back there on the ones and twos, producing and everything as well. You say you got a couple of comments, questions, or something?
Yeah, we do have some comments in here.
And let y'all know we are open for questions, comments. Nothing is off limits. We ready. We uncut.
One comment that said communication is key. That was Beverly. Now one of the let me see. Krista said you got to give grace. She said unless you hit the mark with her every time, people don't know what they don't know, and I guess that's about communicating and your love language, communicating that love language.
And I agree with that. We can talk about that right there for just a minute. The grace, giving people grace.
Yeah.
What do you feel when you hear that? What comes to mind?
Well, Pastor Holiday actually just taught me. Pastor Holiday at the Key. He actually just taught us what grace and mercy was. And grace, I believe. Now, I'm probably about to chop this up, but he said is I wrote it actually in my notes, but it's getting what you don't deserve.
Mercy and grace. You got he was describing mercy
and grace.
And grace. Yeah.
And now grace is, I really want to be accurate when I say it. So let me check here. He said it is, yep, exactly what I said. Getting what you didn't deserve. Mercy is being protected from what you do deserve. Mm-hmm. But yes, grace is getting what you don't deserve. And I think that's important in relationships because it's not about what you think somebody deserves. It's just
and it is a grace period. Like to say everybody don't. I think that's a true statement what she said, because everybody don't hit the mark in all the time.
Yeah, no.
But it is a level of maturity that I feel that you have to at least be striving for, and trying to get there. And then if you really want to get there, you just communicate it. It used to drive and I talk about your mother because we on the podcast.
Yeah, no.
It used to drive her crazy. I used to go to her and I used to be like, what would just make you happy? Like, what's your dream thing? Like, what's your overall dream? Like, out of life, what would you expect? And she'll, ministry. I want to be able to do ministry. I want to be able to, us to go into ministry. All this videoing and editing and recording and stuff that you're doing. I want you to balance that out. And I said, well, what else?
She done told you what it is.
I keep telling her. I just keep asking her. And then about the third time she said, now why you asking me all this and you don't never do you ain't gonna do none of it. I said, well, no, it's gonna take a little time, but at least I know.
Why were you asking? What would prompt you to ask?
I was asking because a lot of time in marriage and in relationship, if you don't have a goal, you'll never reach it.
So you were trying to give yourself a goal?
Yeah.
Did she seem unhappy?
No, she didn't seem unhappy. I'm always trying to make things better.
Okay.
So she wasn't unhappy. She was disgruntled at some times. And so it was up to me to say, okay, what's going on?
Okay.
How can I, you know what I'm saying? How can I make this better? And that's what I said, being attentive to say, how can I make this better? What can I do? If I could change something, what would it be?
Yeah.
You know, because at the time I was complaining about, you know, when we first got married, I was complaining about her clothes, you know, and be like, you didn't
I
know.
just told somebody
I was
that
like,
today.
you know, she just didn't have a sense of
Fashion.
and she didn't curl, and rightfully so. She like didn't curl. I be like, you can't wear that. You can't put that together with that. You can't. I ain't going nowhere but to the store, dearie. To the store. I be like, nah, you can't look. So I came up with a solution. I said, well, I just buy you.
Buy you clothes.
I just buy you some
I
clothes. You know.
just talked about that.
You know. So I didn't come just voice a issue without coming with a solution.
Right.
So I feel that, you know, if you're just venting, cool. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to bring something to a woman and say you have a dislike,
a solution is
come with a solution.
Yes.
You know, so the grace is good, but also be working towards something and have goals. I don't think we even really make, just like we make financial goals, relationship goals, is just as important. We got to say, date night is going to be Friday night. Saturday night. This is what we're doing. We're going on trips 3 times a year. This is what we're doing. You got a goal. Now, if you don't hit the goal, at least you had a goal.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's easier for a woman to follow. A lot of men be like, man, she don't want to submit. But I beg to differ. If you give her enough ammunition and you give her enough reason to submit and look at that vision. So if a dude leading you correctly, then you're gonna be like, oh yeah,
I'll go wherever he leads me.
I'll go. That's why I say, you know, I could take your mama wherever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She'll go. Now once she got there, she's gonna be like,
Derek, why you take us to the
yeah. But if you have that leadership ability, and that's what men have to have. Now, I never did I never subscribed to the man is the head like that. Because hold on. Okay. You looked at me like whatever. I did at first, but then I changed because I'm like, it put me in a different mindset of not respecting the woman good enough.
Oh, okay.
And you know what I'm saying? And I didn't, you know, and I was taught back then I was taught, and I accepted that the bottom line comes to you. So if the house don't run right, if something don't happen, it's you. You know, because you the king. You the king. So you get that. But then I realized, no, it's us. Us. If you're better at this, I need to let you do this. If I'm better, you know what I'm saying? We need to come and let us reason together. Let's talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who's the best at doing this.
Right.
Let's make it happen. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
So in relationship, it's a give and a take, and it's not necessarily a head, so to speak. It's more so of a position.
I like what she said about you don't get it right every time, because you're not, but that's the whole point of choosing this person, to get it wrong and get it right with, it sounds like. Yeah. So that's
and then you really gotta like them to
even be willing to keep doing it.
Yeah, to keep doing that, to let them, you know, because you know, everybody got a cutoff. You know, but it's just a matter of, you know, if you're willing, how long you're willing to do it. You know, if this person got other value, that's good.
That's
you know
right
what I'm
too.
saying? That's worth waiting for and all that. I think we got another comment too.
Yeah, well, since you said something about that, we had another comment that said, if a person is into you, they pay attention to the little things.
I agree.
So
yeah, I agree. They will pay attention to they'll pay more attention to the little things, and kind of they'll want to please you. You know, they'll want to. Sure. Now you got to look at, some people are just naturally lazy though,
or negligent. Like
they just
their mind don't even be.
Now I did have one. Somebody put it in the group. Let me show you exactly what they said so we can pull that up. Do we have another one on there, Johnny?
Agnes came in. She said, what happened to letting love grow? She said, they may not give you all this at the beginning, but if you stay through the course, the course can make some space and time for one another's life. So
Yeah, I agree with that. That's the grace we was talking
Yeah.
about.
I can tell her exactly what happened to letting love grow.
Go ahead.
Social media did. If you ask me, just as a 27, 28-year-old, everything's quick, everything's fast, everything is, oh, he did this, that's it, cut him off, go to the next one, cut him. There's nothing teaching. Well, there's nothing frequently teaching. And I know they say it's based on your algorithm. I don't know whose algorithm is telling them to make it last because we don't see that much. So
Yeah.
I would say that part.
And I definitely agree with Queen Agnes on that as far as the growth.
Yeah,
letting it grow if it's valuable enough to let it grow. I think you have to be able to see it quicker.
Okay.
Make a decision quicker as well, because a lot of people that's where anger build up sometimes. Resentment, resentment and all that. Like,
true.
You wasted my time. No, I take full responsibility. You didn't waste my time. I wasted my own time.
That's true.
If you want to look at it as time, but you have to be able to make decisions quicker, because a lot of times people be like, I didn't want him to meet my son.
Mm-hmm. That's my number one.
Why?
Letting him know right now.
No, for me, I want the quicker you do it, the quicker they understand, the quicker you see it. If you trust yourself.
Okay.
If you don't trust yourself, then you have to take longer. Yeah, you have. Yeah,
no, that's
you gotta.
That's a
like,
tough
see,
one.
I trust me. So if I trust me and I trust my discernment, then I'm like, okay, yeah, you need to meet my son.
Yeah,
it's not, see, because society will make it say you gotta wait a month, you gotta wait 2 months, you gotta wait. I may want to cut you off in 2 days. And you ain't no hoe just because I sleep with you the same night. Okay. I know they're gonna be like, don't tell your daughter that. Don't tell.
She already knew that. I'm telling you.
It don't make. If a woman want to express herself like that, and y'all vibing, and y'all want to do that, a lot of women be like, that take me off, take them off the market. No, that ain't taking you off the market. If I look at you as some long term, you sleeping with me ain't gonna do it. You sleeping with me ain't gonna automatically take off the market. My mind ain't gonna go. Now I'm not saying every man.
I'm about to say there's
some men that do
right.
But for me, I'm not gonna say, she a hoe. She out here sleeping with everybody.
Right.
Nah,
right. I think that's because you know how special you are. That's the confidence within you.
Yeah, and I feel that, and it's the ability of a woman making a decision. I respect y'all judgment.
Okay. That's nice.
And y'all are brilliant.
Yeah.
So y'all know if y'all want to do something or not. If you don't, you count up the cost.
How to maneuver, get out of that.
You got, now y'all intuition is a little. That's why I was telling somebody the other day. I said, y'all have intuition on certain stuff, like
certain stuff. But we need that balance.
Yeah, the balance. So I don't even really call it intuition. I don't know what to put it on, and maybe the audience can help me. But I don't even know what to put it on, because y'all be like, now y'all can tell me if I've been out doing something I ain't supposed to.
Tell you exactly.
You say, I know you was. Yeah, you know all that.
I can't tell you why I forgot to get to.
But you can't tell me where you forgot to go get the groceries. You didn't have no intuition that I wanted you to give me $4,000 for my birthday.
See,
intuition didn't kick in at all. No intuition.
And my gut didn't tell me that.
Your gut didn't tell you that.
I didn't dream that.
You didn't dream that. You didn't have a vision. I had a vision.
No.
I had a vision. I gave you $4,000.
But it told me that you was at the club the other night. It did tell me that. It's selective.
Selective intuition.
Selective intuition.
Yes. But so that's what we have to do. You have to really be. Now, I'm not saying every dude you kick it with, every dude you meet, you know what I'm saying, automatically. But I am saying, if you trust yourself and you trust
yourself is real big on that.
Yeah, because a lot of people we done made so many bad decisions. So many questionable decisions. We really.
Only reason they questionable is because we didn't like the outcome.
Right.
If we would have got a preferable outcome or whatever we thought was in our favor, we would have been like, oh yeah, we was on that.
Yeah.
I made that best decision of my life. Yeah. So, but those would be learning lessons. So yeah.
So women gotta get back, and men gotta get back to trusting themselves.
Trusting yourself.
Yeah, trust me, I had to do it. You know, and I'm still doing it. Like the stuff that I'm showing you and I'm teaching you this is an ongoing process. And anybody say they done master it.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and maybe they master it to what they want.
But
but you know what I'm saying? But it's levels to this thing.
Yeah.
So you got to be honest with yourself and say, hey, can I really do this? What I was talking about to you the other day. Like, is this really what you want? You know what I'm saying? You really, because I'm going.
Let's break this down. Let's challenge this.
I'm gonna ask questions, and I'm cool with whatever somebody want to do. I never forget this one young lady, man. She got so mad at me. And I understand why she did though, because it was kind of iffy. Because she had a daughter too.
Okay.
And I told her, I said, I don't care what my daughter do. I want her to be the best at what she.
Oh do. Yeah, you see, she gonna be
yeah, whatever she want to be. I want to help her be
and
the
he
best.
Mean that. He mean
I want you to be the best that you want to be. You know what I'm saying? And what I like for people to live like they, fly if you want to fly. If this is what you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, if know what you want to do, let this be a unique vision and say, hey, this is who I am uniquely.
Yeah.
And pull it off. Let me show you what I want to make sure we get to this comment somebody said here. Got to get to the comment here. We got any other questions or comments on the Johnny before
we had a comment on the acts of service, a couple of comments. Christy said as far as when we was talking about putting the air in the tires and you do it yourself. She said that single man talk. She said, I need my husband to keep air in my tires. Beverly came back, said single men don't necessarily value making single men don't necessarily value making sure his woman's car needs maintenance, but if a woman mentions anything about her car need maintenance, Lordy, she's a gold digger or a high maintenance woman. So
that's a different type of dude.
Yeah,
that's a different type of dude. Like
I ain't even.
Yeah, and it can be a high maintenance. Now I would say
just mentioning it, no, that shouldn't be.
Now some of it can be a turn up. It depends on now. Because I remember this woman asked me for some gas money. And I was like, do you need or you want some gas money?
You asked her that?
Yeah, I asked. I say, do you need or do you want it? If you need it, if you need gas money and you broke, that's a whole different scenario.
Yeah.
If you just want me to give you some gas money, I understand that. So with me, I like wanty women versus needy women.
Yeah, of course.
So I want you to want me to pay your house note. But not that you need me to pay your house note and you're finna get kicked out. I want you to want me.
Yeah.
I don't need that. I just want you to do it.
Yeah.
So that's just me. Everybody ain't like that though. I'm at a point that I don't want you to need me to put gas in your car.
Yeah.
But I want to be, I want you to want me to put gas in your car.
Right. No, that's a fact. That's good.
So that's a different. Now some men though, they like, nah, that's not it. But if a dude tell you you're needy just because of that, they don't understand.
And no guys they think I'm too independent actually. Luckily.
Now what a dude do have to do, and what I have to do, which is kind of unique, is I count up a woman and see. Most women is gonna be about an extra $20,000 to $30,000.
Oh, right, the maintenance cost.
Yeah, a year that you're gonna have to spend on a woman, probably. Getting her hair done. Even though she can get her own hair done, it's just something about.
That's why they like natural women do their own hair.
Yeah, or if you get your nails done, or going to a spa, or you and your girls gonna go out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You got you. It's something about a dude doing it. It's just I always see a woman glow. She like, She like, yeah, but he did that. You know what I'm saying?
It takes one extra weight off. Just one, even if it's a small one.
Have a dude you can brag on. That's what you want. You want a dude you can brag when you with your girl. Yeah, he done got me some more red bottoms again. I'm just I'm not even really into these things, but he just
don't like.
Because y'all gonna talk.
But you see, that's where we go to communicate. We've been talked about stuff. Because that goes to communicating love language. I don't want to brag about red bottoms. I don't like them.
Right. But you do want to brag about what's important to you.
Right.
Girl,
He
he
put some
spent
herb
yeah,
in my tie.
he put some in my tie. Girl, I didn't even have to say,
I ain't even have to
I
ask.
ain't even
He
have to
just
ask. 'Cause that's
told
what's
me.
important. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And so a dude have to be able to pick up on what's important.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
What's
the fact.
important to you. I want to go to this comment. Man, I just seen it too. Hold
Yeah,
on.
you had it.
Let's see. Make sure I got it here. I wanted to. I didn't want them to think we didn't. I told them we was gonna discuss it. We got any other questions, comments on that, Johnny, before I pull this one up? Let me see what this. Yeah, here we go.
Beverly said, "You're talking about a man with a vision, and if the vision includes us or we, then you are right. A good woman will enhance a man's vision and collaborate with confidence, and the relationship will blossom." So I don't know. That was kind of long. You probably got to read that yourself.
Say it again. say it again, Johnny. Say it again for me.
It said, you're talking about a man with a vision, and if the vision includes us or we, as a couple, then you are right. A good woman will enhance a man's vision and collaborate with confidence in the relationship, and it will blossom.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely will. And I feel that a woman is definitely going to add. Definitely going to add. Okay. This is what I wanted to get to right here. She said, pressure press. Uh, Knowing your worth from a father's perspective to his daughter, being unapologetic and intentional in the world we're living in today. So knowing your worth. So she was saying knowing our worth from a father's perspective to his daughter. I would say, if I had to say from the perspective, is from a perspective of really just being from a father and knowing your worth. Knowing, I hate to say it, but they always talking about bringing something to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing what you bring to the table emotionally, financially, sexually, all of that. You got to know what you bring to the table and how you can strategically enhance a man.
Mm-hmm.
So with me, it's no woman that I can get with that I can't enhance.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
It's impossible. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. I can enhance you.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because first of all, I understand promotion and marketing. I'm a technical person.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever even if this is not if you got a business, I can show you structure. Emotionally, I'm gonna be able to interact with you intellectually. We can talk about different things. So you want a person that really values you. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And that can really rock with you on that level. But you have to make sure that you are in perspective of that as well and what you bring to the table.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And not being inflated or vain imagination.
yeah.
Know that and stand on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm not gonna settle. I'm not gonna settle. I know my worth. I'm not gonna settle for this. I deserve this. I should have this. And being realistic about it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would say from what she was saying about a father's perspective. And I like that, being unapologetic about
Being
it.
all about, yeah, that's the good one.
Yeah. So what do you think about that?
I think all of that is all of that is true. I can just receive that one.
You can receive that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the transitions from being a protector as far as a parental role to a daughter as an independent adult with their own lives and relationships decisions. This includes privacy while staying emotionally connected.
Somehow you mastered that. Wait, they said more?
No, that's it.
Yeah, you have mastered that somehow. I would say.
You think?
I think so.
Okay, cool.
I
Cool.
think so. Just because I've been on my own since 17.
Yeah.
Well, as far as living on my own, I moved out at 17, and we still always had that connection where I know I can call my daddy whenever.
Yeah.
I know he's always close, like you've always have been, but I've also had so much freedom to explore who I am, become my own person and my own adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah. I think it's important as for the fathers out there to know what you imported into them, allow it to grow and to blossom, and trust the process.
So you trusted what you put into me.
Yeah.
And so that gave you the confidence to let me go out into the world on my own.
Yeah, I trust
as you have.
And then I knew that you was a unique, so I said, yeah, I trust her. You know, it's almost like a car. You know, I never forget you had that wreck. You was off of Lamar or something like that. Oh, it was a Green Oaks or something off in Arlington.
Where I hit the pole?
Yeah, where you hit the pole.
Oh, that was actually.
And you called me, you like, Daddy, I messed up. I messed up. And I was like, oh, don't worry about it, baby. Things happen.
Yep.
You know, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
Show
on
right up.
Yeah, I'm on my way. Whatever I'm doing is no matter what, you know, but at the same time, you can't not say I'm not gonna let you drive.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you made a mistake or something happened or whatever you done. You probably was in there smoking. Ain't no telling. But
I wasn't doing that yet.
You wasn't doing that yet. Okay. But ain't no telling what you do. But at the same time, I can't hold you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let them fly. And I was looking at a thing today. Because they would say one thing that's very educational is to learn something about something else that don't mean nothing about your industry or nothing like that. So I'm learning about how they make birds fly today. That's what my lesson.
How they make birds fly?
Yeah, how the mother make a bird fly.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Because I always thought that they, you know, like of course the eagle, they push them out and then they fly. But no, they start from the ground. Like they push them to the ground. And they on the ground.
Oh,
they on the ground
all the way
to ground level, and then they gotta rise up, and they don't help them. Only thing they do is nourish them. They give them food,
everything they need
to
be able to do it themselves.
To do it themselves, and then they rise up. But then if somebody affect them and all that, then they can die in that process.
Raising process.
In that raising process. So. I looked at it like even though some things are innate in you already. And so I looked at it at the process already. I'm like, the stuff I know that I taught her, I got to let her fly. I got to let her learn.
Have you seen it in me?
A lot of it I have.
Okay.
A lot of it I have.
Some of it's still developing, I know.
Yeah.
I know I'm working on it every day.
Sound like your brother. I'm working on it every day. A lot of it I have. You know, I can say I'm proud of you. You know, you've done a lot of things that I'm proud of. Some of it I'm still waiting to develop.
Yeah.
Because back then it wasn't as cool to be smart.
Oh, right.
You always was intelligent, and you always was ahead of the curve, and you always was a thinker. You know what I'm saying? That's why you was like, at first you was on there, I want to be a lawyer. You know, forensic psychologist, a psychiatrist. You know what I'm saying? That's what you was on because you always been smart. You always been woody about it. But certain things in life can happen to make you question your judgment and your smarts. You be like, hey, hold on, am I really smart?
Yeah. Certain life decisions that have you feel like you don't have any type of book sense anymore. It's like I'm just dumb.
Yeah. And so that's what I'm saying, going back to trusting yourself. Trusting yourself, because that's how you succeed and that's how you elevate.
Right.
You know, when you trust yourself and you say, hey, I gotta trust this. Right. I gotta trust the process. I'm trusting the God within me, the God without of me. Right. I'm trusting the universe, all of this, because if not, you can stay stagnated. And it's always, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough energy. It's not enough hours in a day. It's always, I don't. But Yeah, when you live in a certain vortex, you like, no,
It's
not
always enough.
it's always what you got is enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you got is enough to do what you need to do
That's
at that
true.
particular time. So this is our last commercial that we're gonna go to real quick before we golly.
Yeah, it can happen like that.
Ooh-wee. All right, we're gonna go to this last couple of commercial breaks, man. Then we're gonna close it out here. And if you got any questions, got any comments, just let me know.
Look, real quick before you keep going. On this show, I think I'm Jamie Foxx, which means I'ma tell some jokes for 20, 30 minutes and then I'ma just sing for the rest of the night. I went viral last time I did it. I did it with 4 songs. This time I got like 7 songs of your favorite songs and I make them funny. And I got my guy Aaron Weaver with Soulful Sounds of the band. I got a couple of my pilots gonna come through, but listen, if you ain't got your tickets now, don't say I didn't tell you. Everybody will be doing your next show. This the next show. Lift up. Woo.
This your girl Brandy B, and I'm here with my Set Life Studios, and I'm about to do a verse for you guys. It's called It's On Go. Check me out on Instagram, Brandy Bugatti, on all platforms. Let's go. Yeah. Brandy B with the bars. Oh. Every nigga want a real bitch like me. Every nigga gon' feel this. Who pop what up? I ain't saying shit. Real niggas get it. I put the jacket on cause that bitch really fitted. The realest he ever know. He not the first to admit it. The love you do right or wrong, real boy, I'm committed. And don't forget it. When I hit the lit, then I split it. The phone you bought for me was never rented. The sex I get to you is explicit. You perpetrate to these hoes, but you loyal to me. You love me for free. Her love cost a fee. You know it's meant to be. Emulate you and me. They'll be talking about our love for many centuries. About this chemistry, about this history. If they playing with you, then they playing with me. And since I'm rhyme for you and you rhyme for me, when you pop them two, then I pop them three. Baby, it's on go. Baby, it's on go. Baby, it's on go. Whatever you wanna do. Baby, it's on go. I'm right here for you. Baby, it's on go. I'm riding for you. Baby, it's on go. Baby, it's on go. Baby, it's on go. Whatever you wanna do. Baby, it's on go. I'm right here for you. Baby, it's on go. I'm riding for you. Shout out to my boy Derek Simmons. He's behind that camera. Shout out to Missy Lee for allowing me to indulge in this dope experience. I had a blast. And you know what? Everybody out there, you should come check this spot out. If you're an artist, if you you do reality shows, you do podcasts, you do content creating, this is the place for you. Like it was the place for me. Okay, now come up in here and show me out, which I doubt you probably couldn't. Okay? Yeah.
Let Them See You Sweat is a powerful diversity, equity, and inclusion narrative that chronicles my journey as a Black woman navigating and overcoming barriers in the workplace and in society. This book not only explores critical issues of workplace discrimination and personal resilience, but also offers actionable guidance for readers looking to foster inclusive environments. #DEI. I am diversity, equity, and inclusion, and I earned it. Equitably was not always given to me. B-Bird.
All right, man. You are back. We are back. Thank y'all for staying with us for a while here. I know it's good and cold outside, but it's they say the weather's supposed to be getting bad. So,
Yeah, it's an Arctic
so
blast coming through.
yeah. So we're gonna make sure that, like I said, if you got any question, you got to comment, even if this is on the playback. I want you to like it. I want you to share it. Tell people about it. You know, we are gonna have some guests. We're gonna get prepared for that. We are gonna have some guests on the show as well. But for right now, we're gonna go to my boy John and see what before we close out and see what he thought about the show so far, about today, and then we gonna we're gonna get ready to close out and give our opinions as well. So, all right, it's on you, Johnny.
I mean, I think it was a good show. I'm pretty sure my wife enjoyed it because she talk about love languages all the time. I'm not really into it. I do know what her love language is. It's physical touch. So it's like, I just try to cover that as much as I can. But I mean, it's definitely something worth looking into. It's definitely something worth looking into if you in a relationship. It's something worth exploring, as far as love languages go, because it kind of give you a roadmap on what you need to do. I mean, they're laying it right out there for you, so it's like, it kind of makes stuff easy.
Yes, sir.
I know for me, I was kind of stubborn at first, but it's like I said, it's a roadmap. That's your maps. That's your Google Maps. On a relationship, they're pretty much telling you, what needs to be done. It's just a matter of humbling yourself and going ahead and doing what needs to be done. But definitely a good show. Definitely a good show. I mean, come on, man. Any daddy daughter show, it really don't matter. Y'all really can't miss. So.
Nothing like my daddy.
you really can't miss to see, a bond between a daughter and a father, especially when you start getting older, because sometimes you grow apart. So when you can keep that closeness, you can keep an open conversation. That's a beautiful thing, and not everybody gets to have that. So good stuff.
All right, man.
Thank you.
That's from a married perspective. That's why I like to bring Johnny in, because he's still in it.
He hung on. Good job.
I'm getting there. Making applications.
You know what I'm gonna have to do? Nothing.
I'm gonna have to do one of those balloons.
20 verse 1.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do one of those.
You know what?
Do one of those balloons.
Y'all comment below if y'all want to see.
I'm gonna have to do one of those balloon things. Be like,
that'll be so good.
You think so?
I think that'll be amazing.
I've been thinking about it, but I don't want a balloon. I gotta think of something creative.
Oh, right, like
I don't know, like a buzzer or a shoe.
Okay.
Like the Cinderella shoe. Something like something like different, but creative.
Vision. It'll be an eye or something like that.
We'll have to get there. Okay, so I'm gonna let you do a recap. Of about love languages and everything, and then I'll do a recap, and then we're gonna go on. We ain't gonna hold y'all no more. We're gonna close it out.
So there are 5 love languages. Explore yours, figure out what it is, what it means to you, what it means to receive and give love. I did learn today that it would be best to be confident in myself and trust myself in order to make decisions. I think that'll make it a lot easier for me to move forward and making decisions in choosing my partners and choosing where to send my love and where to receive my love languages. So I learned a lot today, and I love that it all connected for me.
I think my takeaway, one of my takeaways is that even just through communication is really just being able to communicate what you feel and being able to tell somebody what you want, even though, because I love that grace thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of dig that grace thing where you can give it, but you definitely want to give a room for growth.
Right.
Because in that, it really showed me a lot that you do have to be willing to put up with something, because ain't nobody gonna be perfect.
Yeah, patience.
Yeah. You gotta have patience. You gotta develop. And from a father to a daughter, what I've learned today is just really keeping it real. Continue to keep it real, and also be one with yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly. Be unique. Understand the value of what you have, what you're willing to give, what you're not willing to give, and explore. We didn't get into some of the financial pieces, but that plays a part as well. Know your value, know your worth. And so your love language, you like, hold on, I deserve this,
right?
And be able to communicate it with somebody, and say, not only do I deserve it, I'm gonna make it plain for you. Right. So if you don't give it, then I see why you're not giving it, because either you're not capable of giving it or you don't want to give it. Because some people don't want to give it.
Or you're not receiving it from me.
Possibly. Because a lot of times reciprocity is definitely would help.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, it would help. So if you're not giving it, like I say, but you gotta listen.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole thing. You gotta listen to what somebody else wants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not just because your love language is acts of service
Uh-huh.
and words of affirmation.
Yep.
And because it is words of affirmation, you may have a tendency to do those things to somebody else.
Right.
But that's not how they receive love.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how you receive love.
Right.
So that's how a lot of people don't like it because they like, well, that they don't like that theory because they like, well, that's how you receive love.
Right.
That's not.
But when it's being communicated and given and reciprocated,
Right.
then it should flow smoothly.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah, it should.
But don't give what you want.
Right. Expecting to get what you want.
Yeah,
don't give what you want expecting to get it back.
Yeah, to get it back. No, that ain't the way it
Right.
works. Give me what I'm asking for. So
That.
in relationship, give me what I'm asking for.
Yeah.
If I want quality time, don't say, well, I told you you was handsome.
You affirmed me.
Yeah, you affirmed me. No. It don't work. You know what I'm saying? So listening, communicating. So if I had to give somebody a takeaway, my takeaway would be
give what you're asking for.
Give them what they ask for.
Yeah,
hey, thank y'all for logging in.
Thank
Once
you.
again, I want y'all to, if you got a question, you got a comment, even if it's later, we're going to answer it. You're live already right here on Life Lessons Unplugged.
Bridging generations through conversations.
Bridging generations through conversation. That's what we're doing. Thank y'all. We'll talk to you in the next couple Tuesdays. Peace.